And that's the reality. And through mantra, through bhajan, as you shake apart this idea and these concepts of body, as you experience yourself more and more in that formless state, and the knowing yourself in a real sense, and you look and you see that I just cannot be this body, I am not body, I was not body, I'm not going to remain body. Therefore, death is some kind of concept that appears inside the dream that I'm dreaming. So death can happen to the things inside the dream, inside the consciousness, whatever you want to talk about, the 5 elements. Death can happen to the 5 elements because they decay. Basically, that's all it is. It's not that even something's dying, it's just decaying. It lasts for a while and then fades away. The 5 elements inside the dream. And that's it. There can't be birth or death because there's no one being born, there's no one dying. It's, from the dreamer's perspective, a bunch of forms doing their thing. And from the dreamer's perspective, creating the elements, and through the different gunas, the different movements, these elements get to kind of do whatever the heck they want to do. Because that makes the dream, as you, from the limited perspective inside the dream, more powerful, more real, because you don't know what's going to happen inside the dream. You, all of everything and all that is absolutely omnipotent and omnipresent and just unbelievable, can actually experience what it's like not to know what's going to happen. That's pretty cool.
So as the body mind, I'm being dreamed, and as selfless self, I'm the dreamer.
Yes.
And we're all being dreamed together as body minds.
One dreamer.
Yeah.
Yes.
We're one dreamer. Yeah.
One dreamer that the entire world is being projected from. And the spontaneous presence is just everything's appearing. Maharaj said, it's a long dream. That's it.
You know, the challenge is just breaking out of that narrow individuality optic, you might say, to that, out of that limitation of the body and mind. It's just really the whole conceptual, just the whole identification with body and mind. It's just, the concepts, the layers of concepts, the conditioning, it's just, it's like, that's the breakthrough. That's where we're heading, working at that. And that's why the mantra is like a jackhammer kind of.
Yes.
Yeah.
Every day you're given in your experience different chances to use mantra and discard a concept without creating another concept. Because once you know yourself in a real sense, and that kind of snap from this body mind, because you're already seeing, you're living your everyday life through this form without taking any identity at all and without any thoughts going on to what's going on. So mantra continuously, and bhajan's help, again, the vibrations. You're basically wanting to see that you can use the body as an instrument, but it is in no way your self from where you're seeing the world anymore. This body is part of the total functioning. And how is it part of the total functioning? Because the dreamer, it's just one dream character in this large dream that's being imagined by the dreamer that you are. You're identifying with the little limited dream character and believing that to be yourself and seeing through the perspective of this little tiny green dream character. And you're not that. And that's terrifying. You're a little tiny character and there's other little characters and different things are happening to all these characters. And yet the selfless self, nothing's happening. And again, these forms are being created through the 5 elements. Unfulfilled desires are sort of the consciousness that's being placed, and body-mind instrument is then moving about with that script running, like you were mentioning, the conditioning. And then seeing from that limited perspective and not seeing the total functioning. It can't even grasp the total functioning until it stops believing itself to be a little tiny thing in this huge world, rather than the entire world is inside the dream and is a total functioning, and each and every dream character is just being dreamed. And each individual body-mind gets to dream its own dream to recognize that there is this capability of imagination. What I point my imagination towards.